Welcome back everybody. Today we're taking on a new mod for our CRZ. This is something that has been gaining in popularity in the US for a while, and there's a good reason why.
Have you ever looked at your cloudy, yellowed old CRZ headlights and thought, it's time to replace them?
You were probably disappointed at the complete lack of aftermarket headlights for the Z. No one makes them. Well, aside from custom retrofitters, but that can cost some serious money. Speaking of money, don't even dare look at the price of a new set of OEMs. So a lot of people settle for lens restoration kits or buying some JDM clear headlights and running those. But there is another option for CRZ owners, at least those who have the cash to make it happen. The final label headlights. These genuine Honda headlights were made for the final model year before the CRZ was retired, and they look amazing. Much more in line with modern Honda styling, they feature all LED low beams, high beams, turn signals, and running lights. Such a good look. So if you're fortunate enough to get your hands on a set, new or used, we're going to take a look at the quick process it takes to install them. Now before we begin, there is one optional step that you can take, and that is to update the DRLs from the dim mode to the bright mode, and I'll explain what I mean by that. The reason this mod can work is that inside, on the daytime running light circuit board, we can see that there's actually two inputs, one labeled clearance light and one labeled daytime running light. And these are two different brightnesses. Now the JDM headlights use the dimmer clearance light brightness by default. By moving the pin to the center of the input plug, as we can see in this picture, it now connects to the red daytime running light wire instead of the clearance light wire, which powers the brighter mode. So we're going to take this cover off the bottom of the headlight, and as you can see here, inside is the wiring for all the LED components inside. This wire right here is our daytime running light lower LED strip wire, so that's what we're going to be working with today. Now to do this mod, all you're going to need is a pair of really fine point tweezers, and to start off we're just going to push down on the locking tab on the top of this clip and pull it out from the mating connector right here. There we go. Next we're going to flip this plug over, and you'll see the back half of it where the wires are entering. There's a small slot on each side right in here, and so we're going to insert the tweezers and just lift up on this rear plate here. Nice and gentle, it doesn't have to be anything too extreme. That'll pop out and we'll fold it out of the way. Finally, we're going to put the tweezers right in the front here, these small slots right above where the pins are. We're going to insert the tweezers there and just push in slightly while we pull a little bit back on this pin. This will release the locking tab inside. Once we have that backed all the way out, we're going to simply move it from the outside slot to the center slot. So we're just going to reinsert it, push it all the way through until we hear that click. Snap this top cap back on, and we're done. Now it's been relocated. All we have to do is plug this back in and reattach our cover, and we have a brighter mode now for free. Now this isn't going to be a full tutorial video on how to remove the original headlights from your vehicle. As you can see, most of the work has already been done for us. The most important thing to remember is taking off all of these clips and bolts around the bumper. You've got several on the top here near the grille. There's going to be clips on the corner of the fender and underneath the headlight that just pop out with some force. We've also got a couple screws in the fender itself. And then of course there's going to be plastic clips and bolts along the bottom edge as well. So it's fairly easy to take off the bumper, but we're not going to be doing a complete guide on it today. Once you get to the headlight assembly, there's a few bolts that you're going to take out. There'll be one here, one down here, one on the fender, and you're also going to have metal brackets underneath the headlight that the bumper clips into, which are suspiciously absent from our vehicle as well. So the physical installation of the headlights is the simple part. They're the same shape and size as any USDM headlight, so they'll bolt right on in the same fashion on the body. The wiring has always been the less easy part, but now there are plug-and-play adapters available that make this a super easy swap, and also easy to reverse if you ever decide to in the future. There is one thing you will need to check first though, and that is the type of headlight that your vehicle came with from the factory. The CRZ was available with halogen or HID headlights, and in later years also had some trims with an LED strip along the bottom of the headlight. Each kind has slightly different connectors. Our crusty old headlights here are the factory HID headlights with no LED strip. So these are the adapters we're going to be using to make it plug and play for our vehicle. But if you have a model with halogens, or if you have a model with the LED strip underneath, there's adapters for those too. All it takes are a few clicky connections, and we're already all set up to go. The final step to our installation is to install these resistors to prevent
Hyperflash.
Hyperflash is one of the four horsemen of the headlight apocalypse. It occurs when you swap turn signals that used to be halogen for ones that are LED, and it boils down to one simple reason. Old vehicles use physical relays to switch the turn signal bulbs on and off, and these relays' timing was directly influenced by how much wattage the circuit was drawing. LED bulbs draw an incredibly low amount of power compared to a traditional halogen. So when you made this change on older vehicles, the much lower draw caused the relays to activate and deactivate much faster, hence the Hyperflash. This was easy to fix with an LED-compatible relay that ran independently of power draw. Nowadays, vehicles like the CRZ use computer modules to control the flash speed, but this quirk of older cars is still utilized as a way to detect whether a bulb is burned out. But, you guessed it, LEDs draw so little power that they still trip this mechanism. However, now there's no physical relay to swap out. Instead, we rely on resistors, which dissipate power roughly equivalent to the draw of the original bulb. Now when the turn signals are on, these will get hot, so we'll install them using the included double-sided tape to stick it to a clean metal surface on the frame nearby. Now when I said adding the Hyperflash resistors was the final step, that wasn't quite true. There is an actual final step, but it is optional, and that is to disable the factory daytime running lights. On these Hondas, the high beam is run at half power for your daytime running light when the vehicle is driving around in automatic. For this manual transmission, it's when the emergency brake is down. And this runs the high beam bulb at dimmed power, but with LEDs such as the reflector high beams in these headlights, it can cause them to flicker or stay on all the time, which is not ideal. So if you'd prefer to remove that functionality, you can pull fuse number 15 in the interior fuse box to disable the daytime running lights completely without affecting the high beam function. Now with your resistors installed, your DRL fuse pulled, and all the functions tested, you can put the front end back together. Oh, wait. Well, we may not be able to put the front end together right now, but that's okay, because we're actually not going to use these headlights on our CRZ. You see, for this CRZ, we're going to take the headlights one step further with customized final label headlights. So that's about all for our video today. We're going to take these headlights back off the vehicle and save them for the future project. If you're interested in seeing what those completed custom headlights look like, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you can see that future video. As for right now, this video is just basically to show you the final label headlights, what they look like unmodified, as well as how to install them. We will have a link down in the description to the headlight harnesses made by Foxbeam, the adapters you can buy. Makes it a super easy installation, so check those out if you're interested in putting these on your own CRZ. And as for now, that's all we've got, so thanks for watching.